Welcome to City on a Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. To find out more, download episodes wherever you get podcasts, or visit us online at cityonahillgaming.com, or by sending us an email at cityonahillgaming@gmail.com. You can also support us on patreon.com/cityonahillgaming. We hope you enjoy our show.
Welcome to Iron Falcon 75, a City on the Hill Lamplighters Guild production. I am your referee, Greg, and tonight we have with us Bryan.
Hi, I'm Bryan. I'm playing Bill Olson, the wizard.
Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma. I am playing Susan, the nun cleric.
Derek.
Hi, I'm Derek, and I am playing Thomas Jones, the locksmith.
And last and certainly not least, your not DM, Ryan.
Hi, that me. I'm not DM. Hello. I am playing Amelia Crosscheck, LeCheck, and she is the currently human fighter. We'll see how much longer the human part lasts. Because Greg said that's a mechanic, so sure, why not?
It's a possible mechanic I will roll through silently at different times.
And I almost died last game.
Yeah, I think that's the first time you've ever said that on City on a Hill.
Uh-huh. Between this and the last Kingmaker game, I'm pretty sure it's the only 2 times players have actually almost died on our games.
Yeah, we're fun here.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew that was a possibility when we started because we discussed it.
This is true.
Yep.
Does anybody remember what we did? I do, but do any of you?
We jumped
climbed
into
down
a hole.
There's a hole in the basement. And for some reason we decided it was a good idea to go down it.
Hole in the bottom of the basement.
I asked some orcs for some help.
As we look for our uncle.
Yes.
Who's not our uncle. Wait, I think is he anyone's uncle? I don't even think he's anyone's uncle, is he?
He's someone's uncle.
Is he one of our uncles, or is it just one of those people that you just call uncle?
I kind of thought he was
someone's relative.
No, I kind of thought he was not actually related to any of us.
The answer to all those questions is yes.
I don't think okay.
He is possibly somebody's uncle. Maybe he's nobody's uncle. Nobody remembers anymore.
He has no siblings, therefore no nieces and nephews.
Uncle.
Schrodinger's uncle.
Simultaneously, all of our uncles and none of our uncle.
Exactly.
All at the same time. And I don't remember what his name is, unfortunately.
Frank.
Uncle Frank.
Frank Schrodinger.
Yay, Frank.
Oh, no.
I have named him now.
Oh, no, Frank, why?
And we found a cardboard box with a label for Abernathy's Auction House in New York and some shards of black glass. Those were the only actual
and then a hole in the basement
type things. Well, those things were in the hole.
Right.
And there was a whole bunch of like curio-like knickknacks, strange things in jars and so forth.
And I may or may not have Skyrim looted
top of the hole.
Some of his house.
Right.
Because I forgot what we were playing.
This is old school D&D. Yeah, we loot everything.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to loot everything because we like Frank.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to steal from him until we knew that it was actually time to do so. At this point, I think it's time to do so.
Y'all stole it, huh? I was going to give it back.
I don't think any of the things we took are going to be in give-backable condition when we're done, but we'll see what happens.
This is
true. The claw hammer will probably still be okay.
That's true.
It might be stained.
Yeah, there we go. You read my mind right there.
And make no promises that the gun's in one condition when we're finished. And the brooms definitely won't be.
No.
But given that Amelia is rather wounded, I was wondering if maybe we want to try and go back up the rope to Frank's apartment.
Take a break,
provision ourselves properly, maybe get you some bandages or
I was going to say, look
hospital.
for some Band-Aid brand Band-Aids.
How much
on Band-Aid brand, because Band-Aid stuck on me.
How much HP are you down at this point?
I actually think
potion.
I was going to say, I think I'm pretty close to back to full.
Oh, okay.
I am currently, it looks like, at 8 hit points. Is that right? I have a hard time with this character sheet sometimes.
9.
I'm at 9 hit points?
Yes.
Okay. And that's pretty close to max, I think, for me.
That might actually be max.
Look at my character sheet.
I think it is, actually.
Is it actually max? Okay, cool. So I'm fine. I didn't almost get eaten by goblins. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is A-okay.
Everything's totally okay.
Or is everything awesome when you're part
I'm-
of the team?
I'm not sure right now. Awesome is the word I would use for what we're doing, but sure. From a
It
safety
depends
perspective.
on if we're using the same rules as I use in my Tales from the Loop game.
Clarify.
That movie's 40 years anachronistic in this setting.
This is true.
I don't feel that bad with my new character that replaced my dead character. I actually worked the terms critical hit and natural fumble into the backstory's lexicon.
Proud of you.
So in character, he can now describe critical hit.
Okay, so do we still want to go back up and, gather provisions?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Sure.
Yes, I seem to recall that Frank had stuff in his fridge.
Probably some Band-Aids and, I don't know, isopropyl alcohol or something.
Right.
Was there Neosporin in 1975?
No, everybody used iodine.
Ah,
Then we'll look for the iodine.
I don't remember Neosporin back then, but, that could have been what the rich kids used.
This is fair.
all I used as a kid was hydrogen peroxide. We didn't have anything else. Oh, you got to cut hydrogen peroxide.
Well, you hydrogen peroxide it to clean it, and then you put iodine on it to keep it from getting infected. At least that's what my mom always said. And then for cough syrup, you drink whiskey and honey, baby.
And then for anything else, Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vicks Vapor all the time.
Antibiotic ointment was patented in 1951. Neosporin as a brand came out in 52 and was in August and was trademarked by October.
But was not FDA approved until the 70s.
Hmm.
Thanks, weird Google AI thing. Okay, yeah.
Because it's AI, it must be true.
Accurate.
Mhm.
That's what I've been told by the AI. I mean, back up the rope. I don't suppose Frank happens to have like a, 20-foot ladder lying around that we could use instead of this rope.
Yeah, because I was never very good at that climbing the rope thing in the gym class, and so maybe we could just put some knots in it.
That would
Oh,
help.
I can do that. I can do that. I'm sure I could do that pretty easily. I mean, I was a tunnel rat,
This is true.
a long, thin tunnel rat.
Because, we'll be here all day waiting for me to climb the rope.
Okay, so what I'll do after we get up to the top of the rope, I'll take that claw hammer, and does Frank have some nails or something down here in the basement I could find?
Yeah, there's some nails with that same table, with that same
Okay.
work table, and there's a bunch of boards on the shelves that have stuff on them. So if you clear stuff off the shelves, you could cover things in boards.
Okay, that's what I'll do then, is I'll actually take one of the thickest boards, looks like it'll hold the most weight. Will one stretch over the hole?
You could one would stretch over the hole. It just wouldn't it would take more than one to cover the hole entirely, but one would stretch it. Like if you don't have to nail two boards together to cover the hole,
Okay.
but
All right.
multiple to cover the entire hole.
Well, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to nail the boards into an X form, put them over the hole in an X form, tie the rope around it in the middle, and then knot it so that it's more stable. So if you can see what I'm doing here, the board's going to look like an X over the hole, and then the rope is going to be tied around a few times the middle of it, and it's going to be knotted so that when we climb down, we can climb down using the knot, so it's easier to get up and down that. That should make it much more stable. Does that make sense? Everybody's quiet.
It does to me.
Um,
Makes sense to me.
It does to
I
me.
was gonna say,
Bueno.
roll me a climb walls check for tying up that rope.
Okay, climb walls. Climb walls. Oh yeah, that's something I can.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I just
Oh.
had to get under an 87 on that one.
yeah, climb walls is super easy. I figured that's the closest thing it's to.
No, that would be how we did it back in the day.
It's like with spell saves. Yeah, they have weird names, like you're saving against death, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to die. It's just what it is.
poison, for example, save versus poison would be like in 5e, you roll a Constitution save. It doesn't mean you're going to die, but it's just like, can you handle this? Things like that. Save versus breath weapons would be like if gas goes off or something like that.
Yeah.
Things
doesn't necessarily mean it's from a dragon. It's just similar.
Yeah.
Y'all have made your way up to Frank's apartment. He's got the nice double bed, a couple of couches, a chair.
Does he have a medical kit? A first aid kit. Does he have a first aid kit?
In the medicine cabinet, there is basic first aid, Neosporin, because it exists apparently, and iodine, Band-Aids.
All right, I will take that and I will put that in my toolkit that I have.
Are y'all basically going to go for, like, search everything now, or just...
yeah, I think so.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've experienced what is... what awaits us, I think it would make sense.
Yeah, you've
I mean, what would make sense would be to call the National Guard, but, what makes sense on a relativistic scale.
So was Frank Frank was a hobbyist, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to look and see, like, Frank was of an age, he might have fought in World War II. Would you say that maybe Frank fought in World War II?
Things like this, I just roll a 50-50. High or low?
Low, always low.
Ooh, good.
So did Frank fight in World War II?
Yes, he did.
Well, then what I'm going to do is look and see if Frank brought anything back from overseas with him. I'm going to see if there are any Tontos, which were a common knife around that time. I think Soldier of Fortune magazine sold those a lot. See if there's any other kinds of weapons or things like that, because I'm going into full military mindset now. After what I've seen, I'm like,
Mayhaps a katana.
Hell,
like my grandfather brought back.
Yeah, katana.
And here I am thinking, okay, one of those folding shovels.
Oh, yeah. No. Anything like
Bryan, that makes sense.
Ryan's going for katana.
Hey, look, it was at my grandparents' house when I was a kid.
I'm looking for his duffel bag. All of that stuff.
There is a difference between the fighter and the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No Tonto, no katana.
Oh.
There is a foldable shovel.
Okay. I mean, that's not nothing.
I've been blind rolling them.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything to start a fire with?
A lighter? Man, everybody had a lighter.
It's true. Is there just like a Zippo lying around?
Oh, a Zippo. That would be awesome.
Frank was actually not a smoker, but he does have a Zippo.
Of course he has a Zippo.
Now, whether you smoked or not, you had a lighter.
You had a lighter.
In the 70s, it didn't matter if you smoked or not, because everybody else did.
And he did have 3 full bottles of lighter fluid.
Nice.
Oh.
And we also have a first aid kit, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm making a first aid kit. He said he had the stuff in the cabinet.
Yeah.
So
it's not like a it's not like a pre-made kit. It's just everything's.
Talk to me about the kitchen.
Were ginseng knives a thing back in the 70s? I can't remember it.
I want to say they
I think you mean Ginsu knives?
Ginsu. I'm sorry, ginseng.
Yeah, I was trying to parse that one. I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, whatever. No judgments. Probably.
Hey, man.
It's a very small knife. Paring knife.
It's the 70s. Who knows?
They actually came out originally in 1921.
Whoa.
Is when they started producing the knives, and then by 68 is when they started getting a lot of TV commercials.
So does Frank have a, I don't know, moderately nice set of steak knives? With 1 or 2 that are perhaps large steak knives?
He does not have...
Perhaps a meat cleaver of some sort?
He does not have any Ginsu knives. He has one slightly longer than a normal steak knife, not quite dagger length, but basically his one knife fits all for everything knife.
Yeah.
Taking it.
And he has kept it very sharp.
And I am looking through the pantry for
food,
high caloric, low weight foods, processed foods, pastas,
things that don't expire.
Right.
And potentially like a baseball bat.
Yeah, baseball bat. And something to
Which I
put
would
water in.
happily take.
Can we say that I would have, because I'm a locksmith, I would have had a pocket knife on me?
Yeah.
All right.
5 cans of Spam.
Ooh, heck yeah.
Man,
I had that
okay.
for breakfast the other day.
5
you need a
cans?
can
My goodness, Derek.
Yeah. You will need a can opener because
That was my next question.
No, wait, those were the ones that had the little twist.
The
The little
Yeah.
P52 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
P52.
okay.
yeah.
Is there something we can carry water in?
Yeah.
Yes.
How
He's
much
still-
water?
You find buried in the back of his closet his old war canteen. It
Hey, there we go.
does not appear to have any holes. It is still kind of dented up a little bit.
We will fill that with water.
And I just realized you're not seeing all my rules, so it's not filling up your screen like it is mine, because all of your notes are like disappearing because of all my rules.
Oh, no, like mine are like one straight stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, for you they are. They're not for me.
I will look in the refrigerator and see if he has either bottled milk or I know back then you were starting to go toward cartons, but if there were some bottled milk, I'll look and see if there were some bottles of milk in his
He
fridge.
does still have a bottle of milk in there.
Okay, cool.
It's starting to look more like cottage cheese, though.
All right, well, I will rinse it out, fill that with some water too. And maybe
Okay.
later fill it with lighter fluid.
Yeah.
And a cloth.
Explosions.
Yeah, I do grab I grab the sheets off of his bed and put those in the duffel bag as well.
Does he happen to have like a
A pup tent?
or a bedroll?
Not a bedroll of any kind, but since y'all are looking for water carrying things, he does have some empty Coke bottles still.
With
Oh
lids?
yeah. Oh no, he's going to have Coke bottles because you could keep your glass bottles and turn them in for a deposit back then.
Mhm.
But they're pop tops, no lids.
Yeah, pop tops. That's okay. That's
8 of
okay.
them still.
I'll grab a couple of those, put those in the duffel bag too.
We can always hit people with them.
One hit wonders.
Pull out my pack of Lucky Strikes.
We need more food, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We currently possess 5 cans of Spam.
5 cans of Spam. Bread. I'm sure. Is
Or
there
crackers.
Bread, crackers, things like that.
Couple of
Sorry.
apples.
Yeah, sardines.
Something that prevents scurvy.
Hey,
Yeah.
didn't anybody bring snacks for game day? Game night?
Oh, of course. Probably have lots
Ooh,
of snacks.
That's true.
Ah.
1 half loaf of bread, 2 sleeves of crackers.
Well, shouldn't the pizza be arriving about now?
In all that
I'm
fog.
going to go down and go get that pizza.
Yeah, I think with all that
It probably won't
fog
keep
out
very
there,
well, but
30 minutes or less, baby. 30 minutes or less. One.
I
Forgot about the
would have
fog.
added dominoes.
Are you actually going to go check the front door?
yeah, I'll check it.
Yeah, as you make your way to the front door, all that fog is gone.
Oh, that's weird.
Really?
You can see Thomas's work van again.
Oh, shite. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Bill, come tell me you can see my van.
I saw a good book at the stairs. Well, hey guys, the fog seems to have lifted. I can see your van out there and down the street both ways. And was the Domino's guy down there?
Not yet.
I don't think they had a domino
No.
like Geneva
Probably
in
not.
the 70s.
Yeah, this is 75.
Is it still dark?
This is only a year after the first pizza delivery was really starting, and that wasn't anywhere near here.
Is it still dark out?
It's night, but it's not like so fog. Like there was all that fog that like you couldn't even see your hand extended out from your face, from
Right.
your arm.
That's gone.
That's all gone. So like the street lights are light. Oh,
Well,
street light
once
is lighting
he
up the road.
tells me that we can see my van again, I'm going to go get my tool belt, all my lock-picking tools, and one thing that I know a good locksmith would have had, and my brain can see it in my head, so you're going to have to help me. Damn it.
Crowbar.
Slim Jim.
Crowbar, not a Slim Jim, but a
bolt
crowbar,
cutters.
definitely.
Ooh.
The
Bolt
thing
cutters.
that you break, yes, bolt cutters. Thank you, bolt cutters.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loading up that baby.
Bolt cutters. Crowbar. Okay.
Yeah, good. Somebody's taking notes. Good. Bolt cutters, crowbar.
Yeah, you all accidentally did a really good thing.
Coming back. Oh, checking the front door.
Well, not just that. Y'all did something really good earlier.
Whatever it was that we did that made the fog go away.
Something.
Oh.
Some random action.
Yeah, it's like there's something that you learned later, and I'm like, wow, y'all just kind of did this. Okay, cool. Let's go make your life easier.
What did we do? Huh.
Befriend that works.
Yeah, y'all did some random action. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, apples.
Or any kind of fruit.
If I'm remembering right, aluminum cans in 1975 were just starting to come out or had not really come out yet. So most cans are still going to be steel. So if we can get some soda cans.
Beam people with cans full of Coke.
Oh, that'll work too.
They started switching in the 50s.
Yeah, but I remember they still weren't that common because in the late 70s, my parents ran a nightclub, and I remember a lot, having to watch it as we walked across the parking lot because there would still be steel cans out there, rustic.
Ugh.
And you could cut your feet on it and have to get a tetanus shot.
You don't want to do that.
No.
I got one of those late last year. It's not a good time.
I would also like a supply of paint.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
The miniatures paint?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he just meant like an actual can of paint. I'm like, what is he doing?
Well,
okay.
Me too.
Enough so that if we decide we're getting lost in a labyrinth, we can mark.
Or do a map at some point. Okay.
So enough to be able to do that kind of thing.
Miniatures.
Just
paint.
fill up your pocket with
Not like
little
one
paint
tiny
bottles.
bottle.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I thought you meant like an actual like gallon jug of paint. I'm like, what is he planning?
Yeah, this is really nice being able to bring in
You
real
don't have to
world.
plan things. You just bring it with you and you'll find a use for it later.
This is like the
MacGyver.
weirdest start of an Oregon Trail game I've ever played in my life. All right.
Would you
This
all
reminds
like
me
to
of
take...
those text-based games from the early days.
Yeah,
You
it's
can pick up
sticking
everything.
Zork.
Yeah. If it's
Zork,
not
you
nailed
can-
down, it's coming with us.
Yes. No, you cannot pick it up. Okay, move on. What else can I pick up?
There we go. Okay, is there anything else that's not nailed down that we think is necessary?
And I don't remember if I said it or not. No soda cans. He's a bottle drinker.
Fair enough.
Unless it's...
Baseball bat?
Was there, fruit and or a baseball bat?
Yeah, it was one apple.
One apple. We'll take an apple.
No baseball bat.
This is like the
Yeah.
worst. This is like when you have to eat out of the vending machine and what's left over from the office lunch 2 days before.
There's
Just
no
like-
sandwiches in there, and you don't know the last time they got switched out.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can I roll to see if I have a gun?
Didn't someone
You have a
get
pistol.
Yeah.
That's right, I do have it. I got
Someone
someone
got
has
a
a
gun
pistol.
last
So
time.
I was thinking you were meaning if you had a second one, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking because, it would be a possibility that you had one, but at the same time, like the criminal background combined with the soldier background of whether or not you would be allowed to have one is the interesting
Now,
question.
firearm controls weren't as stringent in the 70s.
Yeah.
This is
They
true.
weren't, and I would have been former military, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have just bumped you to the top of the line.
So-
I will give you the high value of 75%. Yes,
Ooh,
it actually was
Ooh.
below 50.
Nice.
all right.
Let's
So
see what kind.
Let's see what kind of
Because we got to. Did we have any ammo from Frank's pistol?
There was one box, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's right.
Okay.
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4.
no. One
I declare a thumb
broom,
war.
one mop, one
I'm trying to figure out.
Hammer.
Okay.
knife. Okay.
Would this be something you snuck back in after the war, or is this something you would have gotten after you returned home?
I would say the war changed me, so this would probably be something I would have bought after I got back home. I would not have tried to take in any military equipment with me.
Ooh.
I mean, you'd have probably been discharged with something.
No, they did.
Did they not do that in Vietnam?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I know they did in World War II is what I'm thinking of.
No, they didn't. People just did it anyway.
No, like my grandfather's stuff had paperwork.
Oh.
You could be like discharged with stuff like with paperwork.
Yeah.
Now you technically, I think, probably had to do it with the paperwork, but it was possible.
Yeah.
We've gone down a weird rabbit hole on this one, baby.
Yeah. This is one of these things that, like, searching handguns from the 1970s to see what would have been most likely, especially for, like, probably what he would have used.
Right.
I was basically just going to count all the good ones and then roll a die that was reminiscent of that. Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 2. They're actually the top 2 on the list, so odd and even.
Let's go odd.
I was just doing odd for the top, even for the bottom one, because there's 2.
Oh, okay.
And it went even. It's a Smith & Wesson Model 19. It's a snub-nose revolver.
Oh, that's perfect. Snub-nose revolver. So after I get my own snub-nose revolver, I'll ask anyone else if they know how to use a gun and let them have Frank's gun.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, it's debatable whether or not you even can.
Yeah.
Okay, for the sake of...
my dad, in character, my father owns a sporting goods store. Does that help me any?
I'm going to... high or low?
High.
Low.
It was low. Okay, that's fine. No,
I was going to see if you actually brought, like, a hockey stick or something.
Oh, no. I meant for being able to use the pistol.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're a fighter.
Okay. Then I'll take the other pistol. I'll take Frank's pistol.
Yeah, you're a fighter.
Yeah. Now, the snub-nose revolver, I will say this, I probably would not have kept extra bullets with me. So
no, that's your, like, 1 round of 6, probably.
Yeah.
It's a smaller one. It might actually be 5. Let me see.
Oh, 19 classic. 6.
Oh, nice. Yeah, 6 capacity. Oh, okay. The easy way to look at this is a 357 Magnum.
Nice. Charles Bronson at the...
It's a snub-nose 357.
Nice.
I'm bothered slightly by the fact that the website I'm looking at with the 357 on it refers to the information about it as tech specs. No, that's what Apple's website tells me about phones. That is not the same thing. Not the same thing, Smith & Wesson.
Now, in real life, I really don't care for guns, so...
Oh, yeah, me. I like history. Like, I like history of war. Mm-hmm. I am very, very against any modern war or anything going on like that. I do not like real-life violence at all.
I will stare at Civil War maps till I go blind. If you put me in the right room, I will stare at those maps all day long.
Okay. It's actually still in production today.
And that may be the version I saw that actually had 6 bullets. That may be that.
Well, it's the same. It's the same thing. I was just trying to figure. Okay, it's. I was trying to figure out what the feed was on it. If you actually like slide out the
cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you actually slide out the
chamber.
Not the chamber, or if it just has the single opening and you have to load, roll. Doesn't that matter if you also get extra bullets for it? Doesn't really matter anything. It's just
if we can't reload it, it doesn't matter.
This looks like it slides out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from the pictures too. There's no little side chamber.
Yeah.
Yes, sitting on a hill, all of your learning of firearms that...
Yeah, the things you come to us for.
I don't know how many of the players here have actually fired firearms or are proficient with them in real life.
I have been to the gun range ones of times.
Like a flintlock.
Ooh.
But never like a modern firearm.
That's cool.
I have fired a dart gun from a moving helicopter.
I grew up in Louisiana.
Emma, I'm going to have some questions later.
Answer your question.
I will have answers.
Lots of questions.
Now I probably couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but
I love going to places that like involve having to have accuracy and not telling people that like I'm secretly really good at this, because like nothing about me would scream, I'm good at these things. And then just boom, 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 boom. Like the first time my wife and I went to an axe throwing place, I had never mentioned I threw axes as a kid. Just never came up in our relationship.
Well, why would it?
Yeah, fair.
Well, I also have really good aim with firearms and bows and arrows. Can't fire a compound bow, but longbow, sure, why not?
Very few people can fire a compound bow well. I don't hold that against you. Okay. I think we've loaded up on enough stuff.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we definitely haven't. Like 2 weeks per person of trail rations and, 70 feet of rope. This isn't, but, Oh, do we have any rope other than the rope we used to get down?
We haven't run across any yet that I'm aware of.
No.
Okay.
Just that rope there.
Okay, that's fine. Then if everyone's good, back down we go? Question mark?
Were y'all wanting to rest or go anywhere since the fog is gone?
I'm
the police station.
I'm going to check the phones.
Yeah, phones are working.
Do any of us have people that we might call that say, hey, did you notice that weird fog? What was up with that? That kind of thing. Bill doesn't.
Could I call the
utterly alone?
Jeez, Bryan, killing me, man. Can I call the sporting goods store? See if someone's still there.
What time do they close on a weeknight? Remember, this is the 1970s.
Yeah, it's not going to be that late. I'll say 8, which is probably later than.
I forgot what month we said this was.
I did not write that down.
I'm not sure we did.
Oh, I'll tell you in a second.
Clearly wasn't wintertime because Amelia arrived on rollerblades.
Yeah, it definitely was not wintertime.
Oh, versus actually being on skates. That's true.
Well, I was, not on ice skates.
Depends on the time of the year.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. I think we said it was something like in spring because conversation around the fog.
Yeah.
About whether it was going to be typical for that time of year. And I don't know what the conclusion was.
There's probably no one at the store at this point then.
This would be Lake Michigan, right?
Yes.
I feel really bad about myself that I can't remember the configuration of the Great Lakes.
Oh, we're trying to be technical about this. No, I have no idea.
Derek, which Great Lake would this be?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Google, come here.
I've never paid attention to that. I mean, I wish I had.
I don't even remember the names of the Great Lakes. I remember Lake Michigan.
Lake Geneva, Lake Como.
It's Michigan.
It's not. It's not really.
The actual lake is Lake Geneva, but the nearest Great Lake is Michigan.
Michigan is the nearest Great Lake.
Oh wow, yeah, wow, like very close. Dang.
A couple, probably like 2-hour drive.
Yeah. So probably still close enough on like the really foggy nights it would hit through from Lake Michigan, because I don't think Geneva Lake is big enough for that to be a concern.
Not a huge one. I mean, it's decent size, but it's about an hour to Lake Michigan.
Yeah, it would never be like the
full lake effect fog.
Yeah, you wouldn't have that type of fog off of Lake Geneva, but you would probably get more fog off of Lake Michigan. Wow.
Yeah, than we did off Geneva, probably.
The only lake I remembered happened to be the Rat Lake, and I couldn't even remember Lake Superior. I also thought there were 7 Great Lakes. Apparently, there's only 5.
There are 5. I know that much. I just couldn't remember.
Michigan, Ontario, Huron, Erie. I think I made up Ontario.
No, Ontario.
That's
is that right?
Yeah.
Superior, which one? Michigan, Ontario, Erie,
Huron.
And Huron.
What's the other one?
Superior is the one you missed.
Oh, Superior is the one I missed? Okay.
The big one.
Right. Okay. I can't. Okay, so I have no one to call either then.
Yeah, they're not there.
Because if I call home, I'll just worry my mother.
All right, well, we could, all
call
stay here place. if we're nervous about it, or we could go home and just come back in the morning and then go down, if that's what you'd like to do.
Well, I think we're looking for Frank. So,
I was going to say, the longer we wait.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I would be worried about. I'm worried about Frank, really.
At some point,
So
we
we
do
wanna
just
just
say,
go
if we're
straight
going to
back
do
down?
it, we may as well do it.
Because I got to tell you, I'm pretty tired, and I don't think I could do that thing with the shooty, bolty thingies again. I don't know what
Yeah,
that
what was
all
that?
about. I don't know. I opened the book, and the book did something weird, and
Okay.
I was shooting these magic-y missiles out of my fingers.
I like how that sounds.
It's been a weird
Magic
day.
missiles.
Well, if we want to go rest up, I suggest we lock the place up, or we put the close sign up, maybe make it look like Frank's on vacation, or we can go to the police and talk to the police about it. Say, hey, Frank disappeared.
They're not going to believe us.
Yeah, and I mean, the only place he could have gone is down into that hole, and I don't know that we necessarily want to send the police down there. They're not going to be able to really even understand what's happening, and who knows? They'll probably shoot those.
I don't want them to
big
shoot
guys
whatever
that
those
help us
guys were.
out. Yeah,
I
My
mean,
mic doesn't
we don't
pick up.
really know what's going on either.
No.
were you trying to make knocking on the door?
Yes, I've been trying to do that with like three
Oh,
different
sorry.
things,
Hold
but
on.
my mic isn't
I got you.
picking it up.
Your noise reduction is filtering it.
I think mine picked it up when I did it there. Okay, I go open the door.
It's the pizza guy.
Oh, hey, look at that. So I look around and I assume that Frank had left the cash that he was going to pay for the pizzas, somewhere close to the door, because that's what you do.
Yeah, the cash register's right there.
Oh, sure, yeah. I guess it is a shop, right?
That is probably, yeah, that's true.
Pay for the pizza, tip him well. Did you have any trouble with that weird fog out there? Who was kind of worried that you weren't going to come.
Fog? No, it's only been like 20 minutes since you called. There hasn't been any fog.
Exactly what I was
Oh,
expecting.
wow.
Okay.
What?
Well, thanks, Den. Have a nice night.
Yeah, thank you.
How long?
Order again?
How long were we down there?
Well, maybe
Because we were
just wait
down
for
there
the guy to
longer than
leave.
20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I think something
longer.
strange was definitely happening. Because we've been spending like at least an hour rummaging
Tearing Frank's
around
house
in Frank's
apart.
house.
Does this make anyone else think of the Narnia books?
I hadn't until you said that, but now I am
Interesting.
thinking about Narnia.
Oh, I don't think I ever read that.
This is
Well,
a
they're pretty
very
good.
similar scenario. They go into a wardrobe, into a fantasy land, and they grow up there, and when they come out, they're their children selves again. No time had passed.
How long were they in for?
Good
Oh, it
question.
was like 30 years or 40 years or something like that. They're pretty good books. I think you should read them.
Interesting. Does the library have them?
Oh, I don't
Probably.
know. Probably, yeah. And you can borrow my copy.
Oh, okay. After we
I
find
mean,
Frank.
I don't have it here.
No, after we find
I
Frank.
go home. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
find Frank. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Let's find Frank. So are we going to just go straight back down then?
I guess. I mean, we take the pizza.
Pizza.
I was going to say, we haven't had dinner yet. Eat the pizza.
Yeah,
Then
let's
go
eat
back
the
down.
pizza.
Let's go ahead and eat the pizza.
Take the pizza, hand it to a
And
goblin, hit the goblin,
you-
take the pizza back from the goblin.
If you
Hold
happen
this.
to be a Ninja Turtle, your hit points are now back at full.
This is true. Greg hasn't said I've changed yet, so I assume not. I don't think this system's built for turtles, but why not?
I know what y'all are going to change into. Da-da-da-da.
You might have to be like a teenage monk turtle instead of a ninja, though.
Teenage mutant monk turtle. Okay, sure, yeah. Okay, we eat the pizza and then we climb back down to the wherever that is. Sub-basement.
The pre-basement and the post-basement.
Oh, philosophical arguments now about how basements work. Okay. Or as they call in Lord of the Rings, second basement.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's heard of that.
No, probably not at this point.
So, Thomas, I really like this. This rope is much easier now to get back down than it was the first time. Good job.
Now, I haven't read Narnia, but I have read The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that a couple hours ago, or maybe like 20 minutes ago, according to the pizza guy.
Whichever of those two it was.
Y'all make your way back down.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, most definitely.
As you remove the boards, you feel a slight rumble. Just like not like earthquake, just kind of a
Wait.
some of the
Point
some of
of
the glass.
order. We didn't actually cover the hole.
They're just cross
Just-
beams.
He just made some cross beams to suspend the rope from. So in that case, the fog was still there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dang,
Figured it out, huh?
that's what it was.
So let's just say we covered the hole.
Yeah.
For all intents and
Retconning that we
purposes, we
covered the
covered the
hole.
hole. That's fine.
Right,
Wild.
So that's that same earthquake that we had before.
Much smaller.
So you suppose that when we felt the ground shaking before, that was maybe Frank going down in the hole?
Interesting.
Or maybe the hole coming up for Frank? I don't know.
Yeah, either possible. Or the whole opening
that latter
originally.
One kind of disturbs my ideas. I don't like that very much.
Mm-mm. Oh, and we have a flashlight, don't we?
Yes, I have.
You have a 1970s flashlight.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Well, roll to
Still
see if it
counts.
works every single time you try using it.
Of course we will.
Yep. You gotta whack it.
Okay, I'll go first.
I will shine the light down the hole for you.
Before I go down, I have him shine the light down. Are there any more goblins?
You don't see anything else different down there yet.
Ooh, that's a word you used at the end there. Okay. Down I go. Now do I see anything different down here?
No,
Okay.
just the goblin and orc bodies on the floor still.
Okay. I motioned for the... Oh, yeah. We recovered weapons from them, didn't we?
Yes, if
Yes,
you want to know.
I have a hand axe.
That was right. Okay. All right. I motion for everybody else to follow.
I go down next.
Hey, I will take spot 3 then.
I guess I'll bring up the rear.
All right, so we know our buddy was over there. We didn't go very far through this other door. We just looked into it. So do we want to go over here to the right?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, I know. I will put the pistol... She will put the pistol in back of her belt, and we will primarily wield the mop.
I will have the broom.
And I leave the mop head on the mop so that I can, slap enemies about the face as necessary.
Yep. As one does.
I try the door. Is it locked?
The door that y'all already opened once.
Did we already open that door once?
Yeah, that's why you can see a little bit down the hall.
Okay. Then I will go to the edge and peer around the corner.
Yeah, you can see a little bit further down.
So is this a door?
No, it's just where I am. More of the gray part of the map.
Oh, okay. Is this a door?
That's a wall.
At the far end. Interesting. I'll step here. And then I will play this part of Minecraft. I'm in trouble.
You're a fighter. You don't have lots of skills. Well, just roll me a flat d20.
No. Whoop. 19.
That's fine. That's good. You do feel a little bit of a breeze coming from your left.
The hallway we came from?
No. Your
So
character's
up,
left.
going north.
So
This way.
Let me get my clicker on. Which one of these is my clicker? I forget. I've been playing.
From the wall.
Oh, from down there.
from there.
Interesting.
The blue is me.
Oh, so from over there.
From here. Oh, from the wind from breeze from over here.
That was me.
Oh, okay. So I hear. Is there an opening that direction?
You can't see anything, but you feel the breeze. You just can't see, it's coming from that direction, but it doesn't seem to tell exactly what it is.
I'll motion. I won't say anything, but I'll motion for Bill.
Yeah, what's up?
You feel that?
I'll
Put
move
my
out of the
hand
way.
out and I'm like feeling over the wall. Oh, hey, did somebody where's that lighter?
Oh, I hand him the Ziva.
Yeah, so I use the flame to try and detect if there's a...
Yeah. As you're moving it across the wall, at points, the flame does kind of angle.
And is this roughly in like a doorish kind of shape?
Ish.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe there's
Human-sized door shape?
a door maybe hidden here. Hey,
Yeah.
Tommy, come on up and see if you can do anything with this. Doors are kind of your thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll come up and I'll check out the doors and everything. I'll check it all
I believe that's spot hidden.
Thanks for listening to City on a Hill Gaming. To find out more, visit cityonahillgaming.com or listen to the show wherever podcasts are found. You can also check us out on YouTube or Discord. Links in the description down below. Thanks as always to our Patreon backers, Christina, Tony, Bryan, Grizzly Rich, JoAnne, Andrew, and Sir Lord Epicname. Thank you for everything you guys do to support the show and everything you guys help make possible for us. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed day. Sound check? Sound check.
Sound check.
Bryan, check sounds.
This is my checking of sounds. I forgot to bring anything to read, so checking of sounds will only be checking of sounds. Am I distorted? Because I'm a little bit worried about my microphone settings. I had to screw with it all this week.
No, I think you're fine.
Good.
Your sound checking sounds have been checked. Which is probably what we're technically supposed to be doing, but that's not nearly as fun. Emma!
Hello, this is me checking my sounds for the sound checky check thing. I just got back from another game of D&D 5e that we spent 5 hours playing this morning.
Oh,
where
okay.
I am a very stereotypical tiefling rogue.
Look at you.
Who has issues with nobility, despite having a noble background.
Sure.
And a prince came to town for our festival that was being put on with over 100 guards and decided that magic wasn't allowed, so he stuck all his guards on the townspeople. And we defended the townspeople.
As you should.
Because, you know, that's the right thing to do.
Yes. So,
we did good.
Yes, you did. And you answered the question I was going to ask, which is, what are you playing? Tiefling Rogue.
Who's going to multi-class into a bard College of Whispers?
Curious.
Yes, it's going to be a fun time.
Mr. Derek.
Check.
Check.
Sound check. My full Americans, my brother Billy Carter makes the greatest Billy beer that you will ever taste. You should Google Billy beer and find out about that. I'm just a poor peanut farmer from Georgia. I wasn't very poor, but I was a peanut farmer. That's my Jimmy Carter impression.
This is just Jimmy Carter impression. Very nice, sir. Greg.
As Bryan should have learned, he should keep desk snacks because they always give you something interesting to read for mic check, such as dextrose and less than 2% of calcium stearate, malic acid, natural flavor, yellow 6 lake, caramel color, blue 2 lake, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, vegetable juice color, and another color, blue 1 lake. And those are bottle caps.
I was like, Sour Patch Kids? Okay. Well, Greg started it and I'll finish it. Introducing Melinda's Fire Roasted Garlic and Habanero Hot Sauce, as seen on, what's the show called?
Hot Ones?
No. Roll for Sandwich?
Roll for Sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, Roll for Sandwich, as seen on Roll for Sandwich. He loves Melinda's hot sauces. This one's okay, but I think that's mostly just because I don't like garlic and habanero together, it turns out. Okay, but do go check out Roll for Sandwich, because he seems like a nice guy.
He's an awesome guy. You should also check out Melinda's hot sauce. I would suggest for you one that sounds really interesting, and there's actually I can't remember if that one is Melinda's or not, but there's one that I know is Melinda's, and it's the pizza hot sauce.
Ooh.
It's
for use on pizza, or it tastes like pizza?
That's what I do with it. I put it on pizza.
Curious. Pizza hot sauce.
Well, if it also tastes like pizza, then that would be redundant.